So welcome to this week's Let's Talk Business with a very important subject that is so prevalent right now in marketing and why your small business needs video marketing. And here with us today is Mickey Smith, and he'll tell us a little bit about himself and what he's going to cover in just a moment. But a few things before we get started, a few housekeeping things. This is being recorded, so I will email this out to you guys if you want to, listen to anything that you may have missed or send it along to colleagues or other small business friends. Please feel free to do so. This can be very interactive. Mickey will have a lot of places for you guys to ask questions, but in between asking questions, if you could mute yourself so there's not a lot of background noise, you can either do it on this green panel on the side panel here, or if you find your name under attendees, there's a little mic. If you click on either mic, you mute yourself. If you're having trouble hearing us, you can, I recommend calling in and using the phone audio versus computer. If you're not having any problem hearing us, hearing on your computer speakers, that's just fine. No need to change. And then, like I said, please feel free to ask questions. This is for your guys' knowledge and to increase your businesses. So you can ask questions by either typing into the chat box here, or you can raise your hand and you can verbally ask a question. And actually, we'll all practice typing into the chat box. If you could tell us a little bit, and we'll get to it in a second, tell us a little bit about your business, which helps Mickey tailor today's conversation to you guys. So we'll get to that in just a minute if you want to just start typing those in. What is the Women's Business Center and why are we here doing Let's Talk Business? So the WCWB is funded in part by the U.S. Small Business Administration to be one of the Women's Business Centers. And our entire mission is to help women who want to either start a business, or if you're already in business, how can we help you be as successful as possible, overcome hurdles, reach your milestones, and really make your business be the vision and hit the mission that you want to do. You can see on the screen just some of the things that we cover, and we do a lot of this through one-on-one coaching. So you'd meet with our coach, Christine Buckley, for one-on-one coaching sessions, or through workshops like this, either over the internet. We have a lot of webinars. Like I said, this is a weekly program, or we do in-person workshops as well. We do cover the whole state of Washington, but we're located in Lacey, Washington. So if you wanted to meet with us, but physically meeting with us is hard, then we can do Skype and over the phone or email. The first time you meet with us is free. It's $25 for the 50-minute session after that, and there are scholarships available. You can contact any of us for those. Again, my name is Tracy, and my contact information is there. There's also Christine Buckley. Or if you wanted to schedule with our office coordinator, Ryan, you could do that as well. And I won't go over all of these, but I'll send this out to everybody. Here's our upcoming webinar schedule. And with that, I will... Let's see, I'll hand it over to Mickey. And while he's doing that, we have a couple questions here. Did you want to have me ask those poll questions now, Mickey? About the business and the video?
Right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So you say you have a couple of questions already?
No, did you want me to put up the poll that's like, are they currently in business now, or
okay.
did you want to?
We can get to it in a moment.
Okay, sounds good. And also you'll need to switch your display. For some reason we see the notes this time rather than the.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good.
Thanks, Mickey.
Okay. So, Tracy, thank you for inviting me to speak to the group. I've admired what the WCWB has been doing in the community for a while now, and I consider it a privilege to be able to come and contribute and speak to the group. I hope that I can contribute and offer something of value to your clients. So a little bit about me. I'm a retired military officer, but a number of years ago, I got involved with internet marketing, and it became a passion of mine. I opened my digital marketing agency a few years ago, and I started primarily offering websites, mobile websites, doing some lead generation, email marketing, and soon branched out to lead generation, social media advertising. And as you mentioned earlier, something that's taken off tremendously, significantly over the past couple of years is video marketing. And so what I want to do is to share with your clients how they can use video marketing as a strategy to get more business, because we all know that that's pretty tough to do these days. And I'm gonna share your pain. So this is the agenda that I hope to follow. I want to discuss briefly about some of the dilemmas that we as small business owners face, how we go about growing our business, and some of the roadblocks that we run into. We'll discuss exactly what is video marketing, some of the common misconceptions about video marketing and how we can benefit from it, the types of videos that we can use in our business. And for those that stay to the end, I have a special gift for everyone that stays until the end of the webinar, which I think that you'll consider to be quite useful in your business. So let's talk about some dilemmas that we all face. I know I faced them as a small business owner when I started my agency, and anyone that's currently in business or looking to go into business, they're going to run into some of the same problems, which is having the phone ring or getting people to come in the door, or feeling somewhat disconnected from the potential customers that are out there, and how we are not getting them in the door. And we face these dilemmas for a couple of reasons. One of them is that as small business owners, we have relatively small marketing and advertising budgets. That's just the way it is. And the customers, our potential customers, they would prefer companies that have a little bit more experience and a much larger following to do business with when they're seeking someone to help them out. But that's not bad news necessarily. In fact, it could be good news, because a lot of our potential customers, they're looking for companies that are far less expensive but provide still greater quality service. So as small business owners, if we are providing excellent service, we can ensure that they're going to remain our customers for a long period of time, and even recommend our services to others. So what are some of the growth factors for us as small business owners and entrepreneurs? In order to grow our business, we've got to do basically two things. We have got to attract new customers, while at the same time keep existing customers. Now, the problem is that business owners, especially entrepreneurs and small business owners, are typically afraid of the sales and marketing aspect of their business. When they do focus on getting new customers, what they stand the risk of is the existing customers going out the back door because they have not been satisfied, or they've been neglected. Now, in order to grow our business, there's two ways to do it. One is either to increase the frequency that our customers purchase our products and services, or to help them increase the size of their purchase. So if you happen to be a business that does not interact frequently with your customers, it becomes imperative that you communicate with them on a regular basis so as not to lose them. On the other hand, if you are a customer have customers that you spend a lot of time with frequently, or they continue to buy your products and services, they still need to be engaged and be educated on changes to your products and services. So that's basically the way we grow our business. But the bottom line is that as small business owners, we have to develop a process that not only attracts and converts, but retains customers if we expect to be successful in keeping them in the long run. If we do that, then we can get our existing customers to recommend and refer our products and services to someone else. And that is just the highest form of flattery. Not only that, it's a good way to increase your sales is by getting referrals from other people. In fact, more sales happen from referrals than anything else. And I think research has shown that businesses that have referred customers, those customers are more loyal and tend to stay a lot longer. So we need to have a strategy that, not only gets the customer, but retains them as well by educating them continually on our products and services. So if we take a look at the state of small business marketing today, it might not be of any surprise to anyone that businesses are focusing on what they do for business. They're not focusing necessarily on marketing and sales because that's not their forte. They go into business to do business, and they typically lack the knowledge to do a lot of marketing. And so it probably comes as no surprise that over 50% of small business owners will outsource things like graphic design and website design, but less than 15% are going to outsource their marketing or their advertising. So in fact, this particular study shows that over 70% of small businesses do all of their marketing in-house. What's interesting about that is it's about 70% of those people that are unhappy with the results they get from the marketing that they perform in-house. So there's a serious disconnect with how businesses choose to focus internally and let their son or daughter or someone do certain things in the business, or a friend, when it comes to the marketing part, but other aspects that they will outsource. I don't know if you all have run into that as well in your experience with dealing with some of your clients. What do you think? Hello? Hello?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, I was just curious. Is somebody there? I was just asking that. Yeah. If you've experienced that as well, that some of your clients that they typically will do a lot of their marketing and things in-source instead of outsourcing them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one of the things that small business owners also recognize is that word of mouth marketing is pretty important, but yet I think a lot of them fail to see the impact that reviews have online. And I just want to touch on this briefly because in the past week or so, I've had an opportunity to talk to a couple of business owners, and one of them I was surprised is they own a local bar and grill, and they have a website and they have a Facebook page. And I happened to notice that on their Facebook page, someone had posted a negative review on their business Facebook page. Well, unfortunately, they didn't realize that they could control on their Facebook page what people say about them. They can control whether somebody posts on their page. They can even control what is being posted and actually remove those. Unlike if you're on Google and someone posts a negative review about your company, there's really not a lot you can do about that. So it just goes to show that the state of small businesses today is that they're a little bit slower and getting on board when it comes to marketing their businesses, but it is improving. Now, there are a couple of roadblocks that we as small business owners face. Probably one of the biggest one is ineffective marketing. There's nothing worse than taking your strategy, your marketing strategy, putting some dollars behind it, only to find out that it's just not working. Typically, what happens is the company thinks that their marketing is done. I mean, once they set up their business and they put up a web page or a Facebook page, and then they forget, that additional steps need to be done, especially online, to let someone know that their store is open. Because let's face it, the website is their store. But oftentimes they might engage in the type of marketing that does not get the results they need, and because it's not strategically done, then it could be money thrown down the drain. When it comes to competition, I think my experience has been that oftentimes businesses fail to recognize what their unique marketing position is and what differentiates them from their competition. If they're doing the same thing as their competition, then the consumer, when they go to search for someone to do business with, obviously is you're not going to be able to tell one from the other, and if we don't stand out to show how we do things differently, it's going to be difficult to draw in new customers. Another roadblock that typically small businesses face is digital technology. Marketing is a moving target, and again, businesses tend to be slow with their marketing developments. Most small businesses, they want to wait and see if a particular tactic or strategy works before they engage in it. And if you're short on time and you're short on money, as most small businesses are, then that makes sense. But it's much more challenging for small business owners to keep up with the technology, because it's just the way it moves is just so staggering. But the bottom line is that despite the new changes and technology moving the way it is, marketing really hasn't changed. You still need to understand who your target audience is and what problems they're trying to solve or what needs they need to fulfill. You still have to understand what makes you different and why your target audience would want to do business with you rather than your competition. You still got to have a compelling message to make the target audience take some kind of constructive action. You still have to develop strategies to reach your target market with an engaging message. So where traditional marketing messages such as the newspaper and television and billboards, direct mail, those are important, but they're less effective. And so I was listening to sitting up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning the other morning, and I saw one of these commercials for a roofing company, and I thought to myself, that is extremely expensive to do a commercial that plays on television. I can't imagine how expensive it is. And part of the problem that I see with commercials like that is that you've got to be up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning watching that in order to be able to take some action and to become a customer for that business. So if they're paying to have that video or that commercial shown, but if there's nobody up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning watching it, that is what you'd call ineffective marketing and money thrown down the drain. And that's the advantage that we have with digital marketing, is that you can actually put your message in front of someone at the same time that they need to see it. So trends are important, and we need to be aware of the way to reach our audience and what will appeal to them, but we don't necessarily need to dwell on it regularly. I mean, marketing is fast moving and it's interesting, but the business owner himself has to decide whether or not it's relevant to their particular business. So if we talk about the future of digital marketing, there's a couple of things that I want to point out here. The first one is effective website design is still going to continue to be a must-have. And despite trends that are improving, I mean, I think right now studies show that 29% of small business owners don't have a website. While that's not very good, it's still much better than it was a year or two ago. One change I might point out about websites is that anybody that's ever gone and tried to have a website done knows how expensive it can be. It can be, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 or more, depending on, how complicated or how many pages are in the website itself. But there is a trend right now moving toward one-page websites. And that one page effectively does everything that a 5-page website would do. So a 5-page website would typically have your home page, about page, what your services are, so forth and so on. But there's a future moving towards what are called landing pages or one-page websites where everything is included in one. So that's a trend that we want to look out for. It's happening in the future. Mobile marketing, of course, we're still going to be important. It's still going to increase. I'm sorry?
Yeah, I called you a couple of times. Oh, shoot. I'll call you back.
Okay. So we'll still continue to see social media use increasing, and that's in fact going to be, the new advertising age. And again, I mentioned it earlier about reputation management, and that's still going to continue to be crucial. So let's talk about video. I mean, let's get real. Video marketing is on a roll, and I hope to share with you not only some statistics of why that is, but hopefully impress upon you and your clients that it's important to get on this roll if they want to generate more customers and get on this bandwagon, because it is definitely increasing, and it's going to get to a point where just about all advertisement is going to be done with video. So exactly what is video marketing? It probably can be quickly explained by saying that in the online world, it's marketing your business product not through text, but through video. And the video can be used in a number of different mediums to include, being put on your social media network, put it on video sharing websites, et cetera. So, and the goal of a video marketing campaign is to use the video to explain to potential customers the value of a company's products and services. So it's very similar to the marketing strategy, the traditional marketing strategies like email marketing and search engine optimization, article marketing, those things. The only difference is that the video marketing relies on video instead of text. So, and it's quickly changing the way people view their surroundings and how we engage with them. So let me share with you a couple of statistics of why this is it's taking off the way it has. There are currently over 1 billion people on YouTube, 1 billion. And they are watching over 6 billion hours of video each and every single month. So that's about 1/3 of all the people on the internet. 90% of the people that watch videos find them helpful in making buying decisions. Their videos are probably over 50% more likely to rank, better on the Google search results than just plain text searches. And visitors who go to your website, they see a video, they are over 60% more likely to purchase from you. Now, so you can see that why it's important to reach out and use this medium. In fact, according to a recent study, Cisco says that by 2019, 80% of all consumer internet traffic is going to be done by video. Now, for us as business owners, this is critical because we know that research has shown that customers who view video of our business or our product and services tend to trust us more. They tend to, first of all, they tend to believe that, this company has obviously something going on because video is difficult to do. So anyone that's engaged in using video marketing has got to have their act together. That's basically how we build trust, by showing people video. And I don't know if anyone saw it yesterday. I was watching the evening news, and there was a segment about recent a trend of viral videos going on where pet owners are taking a blanket and they're hiding under their blanket in front of their pet and then disappearing. And they're watching the reaction, that videotaping the reaction of their pets. And so it's gone viral. You'll find several of them on YouTube, and they are getting millions and millions of views. So think about that for a moment. While those are personal videos, and they're personal in that they are showing the consumers at home with their pets, but how quickly a video, when done effectively, can reach millions of people in just a matter of seconds just by going viral. So if we use video in our marketing, it is more than likely we are building trust with people that come to our site. It is more likely that they view us as being more professional. And in fact, Google loves us for doing so. So what are some of the common misconceptions and benefits about video marketing? So I don't know, Tracy, in your experience, or Christine, in your experience from talking to some of your clients, if any have shared with you their thoughts about why or why not they use video marketing. Do you have any ideas of why that might be, or what their thoughts are?
I know we hear from a lot of clients when video comes up is they don't know what content to put in there. They don't know. Okay, they know they need to do a video, but what do they do?
Okay.
And I think, like you said, it feels like it should be really complicated. So if they're not tech savvy to begin with,
Right.
it scares
Right.
them a little.
Well, that is so true, and if most people that I talk to in business, they feel the same way. In fact, here are basically a lot of the common misconceptions that are associated with online videos. First of all, maybe they think, okay, it's like you said, maybe it's too complicated, but it's really not as difficult as it seems. In fact, we have a tool that we all have that we use that makes it a lot easier for us, and that is our smartphone. So the latest iterations of smartphone, whether they be iPhone or Samsung or Android phone, or they all basically, just about all smartphones come with 4D HD capability to do video. And it is so easy, and the quality is just outstanding. So a video can be made quite simply using our smartphone. So along with that, a lot of people may think, well, it's too expensive. Well, actually making a video is probably about as expensive as the business owner would like to make it. So if we take a look at the scenario that I mentioned a moment ago, by using the smartphone, chances are a video made with a smartphone, the biggest cost is the monthly cost of the phone itself, which most businesses are writing off on their taxes anyway. So video could cost little nothing, if anything. Also, it doesn't cost anything to have a YouTube channel. So it's very easy to put up a YouTube channel, create your video with your smartphone, and upload it to YouTube. Now, something that you mentioned earlier is people saying, well, I don't have a lot to say. And that is so not true. People have more to say than what they think, and I'm going to hopefully generate some thought processes when I show you a number of different ways that people are using online videos to generate interest in their products and services. Because let's face it, the audience is in fact interested in what you have to say. Because when people go online, they would rather watch a video than to read text any day of the week. So surprisingly, I mean, if you've ever been on YouTube, you've seen some videos, and you maybe found yourself wondering, well, why did I continue to watch this video? I mean, it's not done very well, but there's something about it that interests you, and that's because that we in fact like to watch video. Now, some people would say, and business owners might say, well, it just doesn't increase my return on investment. And I would say that that's also not true, because if you can provide some helpful hints and tips about your business and your industry, it helps to build trust and a connection with the person viewing your video than it would otherwise, which ultimately would lead to them coming back to visit your page, more interested in what it is that you have to say, and ultimately more sales. So these are just some common misconceptions that that people have about video marketing. Now, if we take a look at the benefits of video marketing, what we find is that, yeah, videos are proven to convert more leads into buyers and get a profitable return for business owners. In fact, businesses that are currently using video are reporting that they get a higher return on investment because of their videos than not. It also gives a business a competitive advantage because it exposes their business and their products and services to more people because of the fact that it's being shared socially, online, on their website, on their YouTube channel, on just about all their social media channels. So they have a competitive advantage over their competition. In fact, I think that anyone that goes on YouTube and types in, let's say, for example, carpet cleaning in Tacoma, Washington, just as an example, if they type that into Google, and they look at the search results, a company that has video on their website or video on their YouTube channel, and it's properly optimized, meaning it's got the right keywords, search engine optimization, and it's properly done, Google will show that listing before they show their competitors. Why? Because Google owns YouTube, and Google wants to provide an engaging experience with someone that comes to use their search engine by giving and delivering to them what they're asking for. And a business that's using video is going to get higher priority in the search engine rankings than someone who's not using video. So I would tell you that regardless of the niche, if you go and do a little research on a particular niche market, it doesn't matter what it is, and do a Google search, you will find that those that are using video tend to get better treatment from Google than those that don't. Besides, videos grab and hold people's attention because most people don't realize it, but when someone comes to your webpage, chances are within 3 to 5 minutes, they are going to leave. And they're going to leave your website because, one, they didn't find what they were looking for. Maybe they were looking for some type of offer. Maybe they were looking for some type of discount. Or maybe they were looking, to see whether you have a good review or not. But whatever it is that they're looking for, 96% of the people that visit your website, chances are they're going to leave within a couple of seconds. And this is what we call a bounce rate. They come to your site and then they just bounce off for whatever reason. But for those that have video on their website or on their Facebook page, video is going to grab their attention, and it's going to hold their attention much longer because they see something that's engaging them, and they're going to stay longer, and because they stay longer, it gives them more of an opportunity to take advantage of the products and services that you offer. Okay, so how do we successfully marketing or use the video marketing strategy? Well, like any other marketing, you've got to know your audience. You've got to be creative. You've got to make sure that you're creating a high quality product. You want to give the viewer options, and at the same time, maybe not give them options. An example might be, I'm sure we've all been on a website or we've seen a video, and as we're watching it, we see the control bar in the video where we are allowed to pause it or stop it, and so we're giving control to the user about their viewing experience. If they don't want to see the video, then in fact they can stop viewing it. And that works out well when you have a much longer video and you want to give your viewer an opportunity to get up and go take a break or to pause it and come back. And so in that case, yeah, you might want to give them the option. But there are cases where maybe you don't want, the video is short enough where you don't want to give them control over how they view it. When they go to the video, it automatically plays. There's no controls. There's no way to pause it, no way to stop it. You either leave the page or you watch the video. So in that case, that strategy would work in a different situation. So there are various ways to use video to engage the audience, and it's through the help of professionals that can help you determine, well, what is the best strategy to use for this particular video, and not only that, where to put it. So this is what I hope to give you. When you were mentioned earlier, Tracy, about the fact that a lot of the problems that you have encountered with some of the people who you talk to about videos, and they're saying, well, I don't have enough to say, I don't know what to say. Hopefully this will give your clients an idea of the number of different ways that they can use videos. For example, how-to videos. I mean, we've all seen them. Company video profiles quickly and easily can demonstrate what all a company is about, and it doesn't have to be long. It could be short and sweet. You could do videos that show a video tour of the company. You could do training videos. One of the things that it took me, I didn't realize for a number of years, and I'm certainly by no means any expert in Microsoft Office, but anyone that can put together a PowerPoint slide presentation maybe doesn't realize how easy it is to push a button within PowerPoint and make that entire presentation a video. So this is just another example of how easy it is to create videos. I'll give you another example of how I'm a self-professed geek. I buy a lot of electronics online and on the internet, and it just so happened in preparation for this presentation yesterday, I went to print my presentation. I was out of ink, and I had several weeks before I had purchased ink replacement cartridges that were not made by the manufacturer. They were not made by Canon. And trying to save a few dollars and to use a knockoff product, if you will, I attempted to put the ink in the printer and put it in backwards, and it got stuck. And I am really frustrated because I spent 15-20 minutes trying to figure out how to get this ink cartridge out. Well, lo and behold, as I typically do after a while, I went on YouTube and I typed in the make and model of the printer and found someone who had done exactly the same thing, had made a video of how to remove this cartridge. So needless to say, I was able to get back up and online quickly. But as far as businesses are concerned, one way to differentiate yourself as a business is to do videos, commentary videos on your particular industry, or to do a video about what's going on in the industry. So there's a number of different ways that videos can be used, and most people think, well, God, I don't have anything to say, I don't know what to put in a video, and that is, with the help of someone that can spur your interest and give you some ideas. I think that a lot of your clients will find out that no, I do have something to say, and in fact, it would be a valuable service for me to introduce this to my current customers or potential customers. At the bottom of this slide, it's somewhat old, this link down here, Digital Splash Media, but I did a search on Google just to find out a number of different ways that businesses are using video and the types of videos that they're creating, and I included that in this slide. And so if you go there, you can find links to about 20 or 25 different videos and the types of videos, and watch, in fact, how they are being used. Now, I did want to show some of the videos, some examples of some videos, but I decided against it only because I realized that oftentimes on webinars, and because people are logging in from different locations and have different internet speeds, that some videos will play fast, some will play slow, some will bog down, and so and that's one of the reasons why I included this link. So you can go to this link and in fact take a look at some examples of how videos are currently being used by companies successfully to market their products and services. So what are the next steps? And I hope that that information is helpful to your viewers. At this point, I can stop and ask if anybody's got any questions before I conclude.
You're welcome to type in your questions into the chat box, or if you would like, if it's too long of a question, you can unmute yourself and just ask Mickey if that's easier. I hear someone typing away, so I think we'll have a question in just a moment.
Okay.
And thank you so far, Mickey. This information has been great and really broken down well. Let's see. So we got something from Phyllis. She wasn't able to find the link. Is there another? Oh, you joined us late. I will be sending out the recording to this, Phyllis. Yeah. So you can match the first half with the last half. And then Anna says, do you recommend posting videos across multiple platforms or to focus on just one?
No, absolutely on multiple platforms. And in fact, there are tools out there that will do that for you. So yes, we're all familiar with our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, those main social media platforms. Absolutely, if they allow video, post video across those platforms. But you will also find that there are tools out there that are available that will post your video to hundreds of other platforms that you never even heard of. And why is that important? It's because the more exposure you get into the various other platforms, the more link juice you get, or the more love you get from those social media sites, those other distribution channels, because Google looks at it as well, this video is pretty popular, and so they're going to give more attention to it. Okay, any other questions? I think I saw one.
Here's a great one. Is there a sweet spot regarding video length?
Absolutely. If you are drawing attention to your business and the products and services, I would say that anything under 30 seconds is good. If you're doing an ad, if you're paying for advertisement, people's attention span is very short, even when it comes to video. They don't want to watch an ad that goes on and on and on. But 30 seconds or less, and believe me, you'd be surprised at how much information that you can get in a video in 30 seconds or less, whether it be with a spokesperson or whether it be you talking about a particular niche. 30 seconds, it may not seem like a long time, but it is the optimal. 30 seconds or less is the optimal time period to do a video, or for the video length. And another thing that I just want to mention is that, when along with someone saying, well, okay, I don't have anything to say, and I don't know what to include in my video. Oftentimes I've run into people who said, well, God, I don't want to be on camera. Well, trust me, people that are watching your video, they are more interested in the message that's in the video than what you look like. So I would not be overly concerned about if I'm creating a video for my business, whether or not I or someone else in my business is in the video. They don't need to be in the video. It's just as effective, if probably in some cases more so, than not having yourself in the video. Okay, I think I saw another question that came up about a beginning, middle, or end, and absolutely. I think my experience has been that if you start with a question in a video, a compelling question that draws engages your viewer immediately by saying, hey, are you having an issue with this? And then offering a solution to that problem, and then perhaps suggesting, doing some social proof of why, they should come to you to do it, and then monetizing what your offer is. That's a very winning formula. And as an example, I was talking to a moving company several weeks ago, and we were talking about doing a video for his moving company. And he said, when I told him my formula and what I thought would be a good formula for a video ad in this business, he took me to YouTube and said, and it was a YouTube video of one of his competitors, another moving company, and he liked the video that they had made. And he said, I want to do something like this. Well, as I watched the video, I mean, it's a well done video. The only problem was it didn't have a call to action that told someone watching the video, here's what you do next. Click this button and come to my website and get your free consultation, or get your 50% discount. The video didn't have that. And so as a result, the video looked like his competition. It looked like any other moving company. It didn't allow him to stand out. So I hope I've answered your question, that I think the formula is engage them right away. Give them something that solves the problem, because when you engage them, you're asking them a question about a problem that they're having. You give them a solution. You show them how they would benefit from taking advantage of your particular offer, and you offer some social proof. Social proof meaning that, hey, I've got 5-star reviews on my website, so you ought to do business with me. And then conclude the video with a strong call to action that says, hey, give me a call. So as they watch this video, and it's so engaging that obviously what you want them to do is pick up the phone and call you right away, right on the spot. So that is my formula.
Great, thank you. I think we got another one popped up here. What are some of the biggest mistakes that small businesses make when making or posting videos?
Well, I'd say one is the quality. And again, I think you don't want to put something that's bad quality, and you don't want to put something in a video that doesn't align with what your strategy is. So, for example, the video was done for a purpose. What is the goal? What do you want people to do after they watch the video? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to book a consultation? Do you want them to come in and take advantage of your discounted offer? What do you want them to do? So there's got to be some congruency in what it is that the video says, what it is that you want them to do. Because if that is not there, then the result is not going to be what you expect. And you may have expended some time and effort, money and resources into producing a video that doesn't necessarily align with your strategic vision, if that makes sense.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
So I tell you, Tracy, I don't know if there's any more questions, but I really would like to help those that are on the call, and here's what I suggest that you do. I have a free report that you can go and get, and it covers a lot of the things that we have talked about today. It talks about you as a local business, how to go about using video marketing as a strategy. It even has a checklist that you can go down to say, okay, these are the things that I need to have in place in order to perform a successful video. It has some resources in there where you can use software or certain things to have videos made. Some of them you can download and make yourself. So I hope people find this extremely useful. And one other thing that I'd like to offer, I'm just really passionate about helping small businesses get started, and especially with video marketing, because, and forgive, I just noticed that I've got a misspelling here. It should be marketing. Forgive me, I'll correct that before I send that to you, Tracy. I'll correct that. But what I'd like to do is to do a video for the folks that you have a call. It's absolutely free. And so what they can do is they can go to this our website here, videoads.boldtrendsmarketing, and it's just going to ask some basic questions about their business, their name and their business, and someone from my team will get back to you. And basically what we will do is, regardless of whether it's a 30-second video commercial or it's a video that's just a branding video that says, okay, this is who I am, this is my web address, or this is my telephone number, and it's all done in a video. I'd be more than happy to do a video for anyone that is on this call. All they need to do is to go to this location and sign up, and I or someone from my team will be in touch with you over the next 4 or 5 days. The holidays are coming up, and we are kind of busy at this point, but still, over the next couple of days, I promise you, someone will get in touch with you. We can get on a one-on-one call, and we can discuss what type of strategy or what type of video would best suit their particular business and their particular needs. And I'll be more than happy to help someone with that. And if they don't have a business, or they're just getting started, or just thinking about having a business, I'll be more than happy to talk to them about how they could prepare themselves in the future to do video marketing, and maybe even do a video for them that they can use at some later date.
Well, thank you so much. That's such a generous offer. So I will, like Mickey said, so I'm going to be sending out the recording of this webinar, his slides, and then which will have this link. And I'll pop it into the chat box as well here, so that if anybody wants to take advantage of that, that's a great offer. Before we let Mickey go, are there any last minute questions that you want to get answered that didn't get answered yet today? Well, you have both his contact information there on the screen, and I'll send that out as well in the follow-up email. And so you can get a hold of him or us at the WCWB. That if you think of questions after the fact, or if you think of more questions while you're watching the video, we're always here to help. Did you have anything else for us, Mickey?
No, I just want to extend my help to anyone that, if you have any questions, my phone number is there. Feel free to call me. If you can't reach me, leave a message. I'll get back with you as soon as I can, but I'll be more than happy to help any way I can to your clients. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to come on and share my content with you.
Yes, thank you so much. And I just put that video ads, bold marketing trends, into the chat box, so you can copy and paste that if that's easier, or it'll be in the follow-up email. But thank you again so much, Mickey. This is great information, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their Wednesday and great rest of the week.
Thank you, Tracy. Goodbye.
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.